Yes, hello everyone. Hello everyone. Yes, everyone. Very good evening to all of you. Yes, very good evening to all of you. Am I audible, visible to all of you? Yes, Shahbaz. Hello. Okay. Yes, very good evening to all of you. Those who haven't downloaded Unacademy app, please download it so that you can enjoy the special classes over the app. Those who are new here, let me introduce myself. My name is Harshvardhan Singh, and on this platform, I'm going to teach you all the aspects of history, including history optional, along with that international relation and economics. Currently, I am taking the lectures of world history and international relation. Those who haven't seen those lectures, then you have option that you can visit our YouTube page or you can visit our app so that you will get access to it. Yes, and yes, one more important thing, that is these are our top educators. You, if you haven't watched their videos, then please go and watch it. Those who haven't taken subscription, please subscribe to Unacademy. Yes, I insist you to have a subscription of it. It will be more beneficial for you. We have option of 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. So I insist you to at least take a inscription subscription of 12 months. We have plus an iconic. So please take iconic subscription because it is more beneficial for you, because we are going to provide all the aspects of guidance including personal feedback. Whenever you are going to take the subscription, please use my code. This is my code HARSHV10. You will get 10% discount and you are going to count as my student. Yes, so everyone, and this is the new session, new series, that is Unacademy Combat. For further details, you can visit our website or you can read through the app. Okay. Now, coming back to our topic, that is India and Israel, the bilateral relation between India and Israel. This is the map then and now. Yes, then and now. Can you see the drastic difference between then and now? Yes, everyone, how many people are there? Three, four? Where are you? Others? Then and now. Just remember, in 1948, the name of the country was Palestine, and right now the name is Israel. Yes, see the difference. A huge difference is there. Huge. Earlier, the Israeli settlements were there in the pockets. Yes, that is, Jewish settlement is there in the pockets. And now, Palestinian settlement is in pockets. These are the two famous areas known as Gaza Strip and West Bank, where the Palestinian settlement are there and rest of the country is occupied by Israeli Jews. How it is so? What happened? Why this political map changed from this to this? Means then It was a Palestine. Now it is Israeli. So for that, we already discussed this topic in the world history. So those who haven't watched that video, today only we discussed this topic in our lecture. But those who are new here, I just want to give you the brief introduction, how it was there and all in brief. So before starting the lecture, I just want to ask you a few questions, as this is an interactive session between you and me. And interaction, it means a two-way communication. Clear? So tell me one thing. What do you know about Israel? A basic thing. What do you know about Israel? Means you know the capital or where it is, geographical location, and kind of that. A basic information I am asking. Yes. Yes. Shabaz, you are there, and what about rest? Have I missed all? Oh, ho, yes, because the live chat was not there, so that's why I didn't see all of you. Okay, Akshay is there. Hello, Akshay. Good evening. Ashwini is there. Very good evening. Yes, Ritika, Israel, Jerusalem. Okay. Hmm. Yes, what about others? Means, what do you think? How much you know about Israel? I just want to know. Clear? Means, for example, capital. What's the capital of it? Where is the geographical location of it? Any current president, prime minister, or anything. Basic information so that you can connect with it. Okay, then Israel. Any famous thing for Israel? Israel is famous for, etc. A basic information I am asking. Yes, Ritika said Israel, Jerusalem. Akshay said progressive agriculture, technology based farming. Okay. Dispute at West Bank, Gaza, Golan Heights. Yes, exactly. Israel is in Middle East, holy place for Christian, Islam, Jews. Yes, Benjamin Netanyahu. Good, good, good. Very good. So, as some of you say that it means capital of Israel is Jerusalem. Yes, Jerusalem. Then what is Tel Aviv? Country on the Mediterranean Sea. Yes, of course, a beautiful location of Mediterranean Sea is there. If capital is Jerusalem, then what is Tel Aviv? It is a port. That's it. Or is it an important city? Or can we say that it's their current administrative capital? Yes, Ritika mentioned it is a port. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Yes. Is there any other thing do you know about Israel? Yes, Dead Sea is there. Yes, Dead Sea is there. You can mention Dead Sea as a part of Israel as well because it is in between Israel and Jordan. Okay. World's best. Yes, I'm expecting this thing from you. Their intelligence agency. What's the name of that? Mossad. Yes, the world's one of the top intelligence agencies are there, and this is the top intelligence agency of world, Mossad. For example, USA is having CIA, India is having RAW. Clear? The same way they are having that. Clear? So now I think so most of you are quite aware of the Israel. Yes, it is not a unknown place for you. Means when we discuss the relation with Indo-Nepal, Indo-Bhutan, that time you are quite aware of the Indo-Bhutan, Indo-Nepal. The same way you are quite aware of what is means where is Israel, what's the capital and all. You have know it. Yes. So before independence, do we have any relation with Israel? Yes. Before independence, do we have any relation with Israel? Yes. What do you think? Hmm. A common question, a general question I ask you. Before independence, do you really think so India is having any relation with Israel? Yes or no? Whether we had or not? Yes, everyone? I'm going to write the question so that you will get the idea. Before independence, do we have any relation with Israel? As Ritika said, no idea. Before independence, it was Palestine. Ashwini said Nam. Shahbaz said no idea. About relation, no idea. Charger. It's very simple that first of all, before independence, you I just ask you the common sense type of question. Before independence, do you really think so there was a country known as Israel? Of course not, because Israel formed in 1948. Yes, Israel formed in 1948. And I ask you about before independence. How can you? Means why you're not using your brain? Why you required every time you want to mug up the things? Why you're not using the common sense? And one more thing. This is the first fact. No Israel. And the second fact, whether we were independent country. No, we were British India at that time. Yes, means neither India was there nor Israel was there, and still you are thinking how intelligent the future bureaucrats are there. I am really surprised. I am really wondered what will be the future of my country if the bureaucrats like you are not using your brains. Yes, common sense is very uncommon thing, and you proved me once again. Clear? So I purposely asked a silly question. Yes. So my question was basically before independence, whether Jews are having any connection with India. Yes, Akshay, I know. I agree with you. This is not for you. Why you are taking so it personally? I'm asking in general thing. Yes, so now my basic question, which I want to ask you, before independence, do you really think so that India or sorry, Jews were having connection with India? Yes, everyone. Do you have any idea? Yes, boys and girls, do you have any idea? Yes, Akshay, Ritika, Ashwini. Yes, do you have any idea whether India is having Jew population? Yes, whether Jewish people are Indian citizens? Ritika said maybe. Yes, maybe. When you say yes or when you say no, then give me some other hint. Can we say that Jewish people are citizen of India? The answer is basically yes. Yes, Jews were present in India before independence, as well as Jews are citizens of India as well. Clear? Jews used to visit India, those who migrated from India to Israel, they place a visit to India. And do you remember? Yes, exactly, Akshay. Yes, exactly. I'm coming to that point only. In Mumbai, there was a colony. Yes, there is a colony. And you know that 26 by 11 attack Leonardo Cafe. Leonardo. Leopold Cafe is there in Mumbai. And it is a very famous place where the Jews used to place used to pay visit. Yes, clear. So that shows our relation with them. So I just give you the background that it is not the case that Jews belongs to Israel only. No, Jews are present in all over the world. And the most important place where the Jews are there, that is which country? Yes, which country do you think so that Jews are present? In which country of the world Jews are present? Yes. Hmm. Yes, everyone. Any idea? Boys and girls, any idea? Germany? Don't you think so? Hitler killed most of them, and that's why they want to find out their homeland. None of you. Are you serious? Or you don't want to share your knowledge with me so that I will get to know and I'm going to use that knowledge in other lectures? Yes, everyone? Shabbat, Jerusalem is the capital of Israel. And of course, It should be means your answer is like that. Indians are in Delhi. Indians are staying in Delhi. Of course, they have to. I think you are not reading the things properly. USA is the place where the Jews are present in considerable amount. Along with that, in USA, Jews played important role in policy making. Yes, Sankalpa, exactly, exactly. Even Hollywood is having Jewish actors, directors. Spielberg, have you ever heard about that person? Spielberg, he's Jewish basically. Clear? So yes, again coming back to our main point, India Israel. But before, I just want to tell you how India Israel relationship developed. First, that country was known as Palestine, as we mentioned in the history lecture that it is a British mandate. Later on, means after 1948, when Britishers ended their mandate, the name changed. How? Because Israel declared independence and USA recognized it. So from 48 onward, the country is known as Israel, and gradually the size of Jewish settlement increased and the size of Arab settlement shrink to these two areas only, and the name of these two areas basically Gaza Strip, and here it is West Bank. So officially this is the land, but if you go in detail you will get to know there are some pockets only present, because still Israel is penetrating in West Bank. Clear? Is that clear to all of you? Now, background. The background of Israel, basically we are talking about. Israel is considered as the ancient homeland for Jews. Israel is popularly known as land of milk and honey. Yes, but later on Israeli migrated. Yes, later on Israeli migrated from their homeland to the other places for the opportunities. As you know that they are trading community. Most of the business houses, most of the banking houses are under Jews. So they migrated from one area to other area and they settled in, of course, neighboring country. They are Mediterranean country. Yes, they share the Mediterranean Sea. They settled into European countries. Yes, they settled into European countries. Clear? Germany and nearby. Okay. Next, what happened in the early 20th century? After First World War, there was a huge propaganda against the Jews, and basically Hitler is in the front. He propagated that Jews are responsible for defeat of Germany in First World War. Jews are responsible for humiliation of Germany in front of the world, and that's why he started following a policy known as anti-Semitism. Anti-Semitism means targeting one particular group, and it was Jew. Nuremberg law, everybody knew about. They prohibited the interfaith marriage in Germany. Clear? So that Hitler wants to preserve the purity of blood, iron race, and kind of madness was prevail at that time. And how to preserve that? And for that reason, killing of Jews. Yes, killing of Jews was one of the aspects of it. Is that clear? So this policy of anti-Semitism was there, and Hitler ruthlessly killed them, and finally the process of reverse migration began. Now, where to go? That is the most important question, because all over the Europe, the Germany's dominance was there. The madness was prevailed. So where to go? So they want to find out their homeland. They said that Israel is their homeland, and they returned to Israel. And at that time, this area was known as Palestine, and this Palestine was under Arabs, and there was a British mandate, and it was under the British mandate. Hence, British supervision was there. Actually, this mandate system emerged after First World War. Means if any disputed territory is there, or if there is a situation of anarchy is there, then these European power, basically the powerful European power like French, Britain, were given the responsibility as a guardian. That is a mandate system. And for further details, you can watch the lecture of world history. You will get to know that. So it was under the British mandate, and British allowed Jews to enter. Initially, Arabs don't have any problem, but once the number increase, it creates a alarm for them. Means it creates a panic situation for them. Why? Because if the number is going to increase day by day, then definitely one day it will change the balance of power. Means it will end the Arab influence over the Palestine area. And this was a problem at that time. Clear? So this river migration started, and Jews are taking refuge at their ancestral homeland. Clear? Once the end of Second World War, now the people doesn't want to go to European countries. They want to settle here. But the conflict, because of this conflict between Arabs and Jews, frequent. The frequent conflict were there. And this issue went to United Nations. And United Nations in November 1947 presented the solution, that is two states formula. They agreed, and they said that now it is the only option, that is two states. Means one is Israel and other is Palestine. Israel is for Jews and Palestine is for Arabs. Palestine refused this formula. Palestine refused. They said that why we are going to divide our territory? Why we are going to provide our territory to the Jews? Clear? And the same is with Israel. And this United Nation gave responsibility of division to Britain, as British was having mandate. So the responsibility of division was with Britain. And what Britain? Britain left the country without solving the dispute, because Britain do not want to take the blame of partition. So Britain left the mandate without solving the dispute. And once the British left, Israel declared as a nation state. And once Israel declared as a nation state, USA recognized it. So just imagine, yesterday you were the part of Palestine, and today there is a new country known as Israel, and Arabs lost their nation. Clear? So from this movement onward, Israel-Palestine issues begin. Clear? So this issue is still continuing, still, but there are ups and downs in their relationship as well. But you know that the penetration of Israel is so much that now Arabs are left in some pockets only. A violent struggle was going on and still it is going on. Clear? So there were four wars. One was in 1948, other was in 1956, that is Suez, over the issue of Suez Canal. Next in 1967 and finally 1973. So these four conflicts were there between Israel and Arab countries, and with every conflict Israel became powerful. Israel captured the territories, and yes, someone said that Golan Heights, actually this Golan Heights was belonging to Syria. It was an important strategic point for Syria. It is on the border. If I want to show you, then this is the place. Yes, where is there? It is the place, Golan Heights. Earlier, it was a part of Syria, and now Israel captured it, and it is a part of Israel right now. Clear? It is having significant aspect of it. So every time Israel increases strength. Yes, so background is clear to all of you. Yes, everyone. Background is clear to all of you. Yes, any question, any query, any doubt? Yes, any question, any query, any doubt? Yes, any question? Yes or no? At least a response like that. If the question is there, then please say yes. If you don't have any question, it's okay. Yes, clear. Good. Next thing, that is India's approach towards Israel. What do you think as an Indian citizen? As an Indian citizen, what do you think? Whether Israel is having legitimate right over the all territory, or whether they occupy the illegal territory, or whether they did injustice with the Palestine. Yes, as an Indian citizen, as an Indian, what do you think? As you know that India followed the policy of NAM, impartial, neutral. So if you are impartial, neutral, then definitely you can better understand the situation and you can present your opinion without any bias or prejudice. What do you think? Yes, everyone. I ask you one question and I'm expecting the answer from all of you. As an Indian citizen, as a neutral person, what do you think? Whether Israel did injustice with the Palestine or it was their right and they just use it. No response from your side. Why you are taking so much time? Yes, everyone. Am I audible or not? Any idea? If you are having, please let me know. If you don't have, then please tell me so that I can explain you. No answer from your side. I considered it as yes, you agree with that. Okay. Next. India's approach toward Israel in initial phase. India was sympathetic towards Palestine. India was sympathetic towards the Palestine, and why it is so? Because India considered that it was injustice with the Palestine, because till 1947 they were having a nation state. Yes, they were having nation state, and in 1948 they lost the nation. Clear? 1947 nation state, they lost the nation in 1948. They lost their identity. So that's why Indian freedom struggle, our leaders, they were having sympathetic approach towards Palestine in initial phase. Yes, Sankalpa said they did injustice. Akshay said this is the land still controversial whether it is belong to Israel or Palestine. Arabs were also already there. Yes, 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 yes. Basically, I'm asking the neutral approach. So one sense it is an injustice. So that's why during our initial phase, during our initial phase, we were not having that much cordial relation with Israel. We always support the claim of Palestine until now. It is not the case that we denied the claim of Palestine. No, it is not the case. India is having friendly relation with the Palestine as well, and we support the claim of Palestine. Yes, but we want the peaceful resolution of this controversial issue. We do not support the war or any kind of militancy. Clear? So since beginning we are having sympathetic approach and we considered it as an injustice with the Palestinian Arabs who are settling there. But in 1950 India recognized Israel. Recognized means as 1948 Israel became a nation state and India recognized in 1950. But the word is that India didn't establish a diplomatic relation. Do you know that India always recognized the neighboring state or important state in the world immediately? This is the case where India took a time to recognize Israel. Yes, we waited for 2 more years to recognize it. But after recognition also, still we support the claim of Palestine. Clear? So because of that support, India didn't establish a diplomatic relation with Israel in initial phase. And Cold War politics to play important role in that. How it is so? As you know, the Cold War, USA and USSR. Israel and USA is having very close relation. Clear? Very close relation with each other. And that's why we do not want to, and we are having close relation with USSR. So this also played important role that India is having relation with USA, Israel is having, sorry, India is having relation with USSR and Israel is having relation with USA. So this also creates some divergent opinion, and because of that we keep safe distance. Yes, we kept safe distance for a long time. Yes, Akshay said, and if we think Palestine, it's just like the tenants remain from your home, and said it is your home. Okay. So is that clear to you? India was sympathetic towards Palestine since beginning. We recognized Israel in 1915 but didn't establish a diplomatic relation, and Cold War politics too played important role as we are proximity with means we our friendship with USSR and Israel friendship with USA also played important role so that we kept safe distance with them. Clear? Now the phases of India-Israel relation. Our relation with the Israel right now, you know that our Prime Minister and their Prime Minister are sharing a like moments with each other. And you know the very famous picture is there. Yes, on the beach there is very famous picture between their Prime Minister and our Prime Minister. So it shows that how deep relation is there between Indian leader and Israeli leader. Clear? So now if we go through the history of our relationship evolved with the time. Once upon time, we didn't establish a diplomatic relation, and now it is the case that Indian Prime Minister sharing a like moment with Israeli Prime Minister. So this distance is having some phases. So we are going to discuss these phases. The first phase, that is since 1947 to 1992, is recognition without relation. We recognized Israel but didn't establish relation. This was there till 1992. But 1992 onwards, our relation with the Israel changed. Suddenly, how? What happened after that? Yes, suddenly, how our relationship with Israel changes. Yes, everyone, very basic question for you. As compared to your knowledge, this is very useless question. Yes, what do you think? Why after 1992 our relations with Israel changes? Why not before that? Just look at this year 47 to 1992. How many years? More than 40 years we didn't establish a relation with them. Ashwini said because of disintegration of USSR. Do you really think so? This is applicable everywhere. LPG, disintegration of USSR. Means your situation is like that. Means all the things change after 1992. You have to give credit to the disintegration of USSR. Reshma said LPG. Ashwini said LPG and all. Don't you think other angles can also be included in that? Okay, you said I agree. Disintegration of USSR is a factor. How? Yes, everyone. You said disintegration of USSR. I said okay, no problem. Tell me how. How disintegration of USSR change our relationship with Israel. Means some of you are using USSR is just like a common curry which is present in hotel. You order anything, they just put that curry and present a new dish in front of you. Paneer butter, same thing. Paneer masala, same thing. The kind of that thing means if anything is before 92 means after 92, you said no. It is because of disintegration of USSR. There is no other angle. Reshma said government change in India. Reshma, government in 1991. Yes, in 1991, a new government was established. That is Rao Manmohan model was there and all. That's why I insist you go and watch my world history lecture. You will get the answer of it. How suddenly it is changes? There should be some reason. It is not the case. One factor is disintegration of USSR. You mentioned it, and I ask you how. You don't know. I'm really surprised. Then you are saying you are giving answer, and you are not telling why. Then what's the use of your answer? Shall I explain? Yes, everyone. Yes. Shall I explain? Yes. As you're not hearing me, so that's why I'm writing so that you will get to know. Okay. Reshma said yes. Okay, please explain. Okay. Only Reshma wants. Rest are happy that they know everything. Is that the case? Or whether it is too difficult to write? Yes, RS Soul is also said, okay, sir, please explain. Okay. So first factor you mentioned disintegration of USSR. Yes, it is one of the factor. Why? Because disintegration of USSR ended Cold War. Disintegration of USSR ended the Cold War. Clear? And with help of after that, India is finding a new partner in the world. And after that, a close relationship is with Western world. As India is developing a close relationship with the Western world and particularly USA. And when we try to establish a good relation with the USA insists us because USA and Israel is having cordial relation. So after that, when we establish a good relation with the USA, ultimately we established a good relation with Israel as well. It is the one of the factor I'm mentioning. It is not the only case. Clear? As USA and Israel relationship is quite different. They are like BFF. And when we established relation with the USA, we developed a good relation with Israel as well. Clear? The second thing, the second factor, and that is most important, that is Oslo Accord. Oslo Accord. This accord was basically between PLO and Israel. What exactly this accord is? This is a peace agreement between Israel and Palestine. Clear? Yasser Arafat and the Prime Minister of Israel signed this agreement at Oslo. So, yes, yes, this Oslo Accord is basically between this PLO. PLO is one of the wing for liberation of Palestine. Clear? Yasser Arafat is a leader of this organization. So this organization signed a pact with Israel, and this pact was basically peace agreement between Israel and Palestine. And tell me one thing, when Israel and Palestine patch up with themselves, then what's the problem with India? If the enemy country is having peace and we are supporting Palestine and Palestine doesn't have a problem with Israel, then why should we have a problem with that? Clear? Yes, is that clear? So 1992, why are policies changes towards Israel? Because Israel and Palestine recognize each other. Because of this Oslo Accord, Palestine given semi autonomy in West Bank and Gaza. Clear? So the problem between Israel and Palestine solved to some extent. So it's better for us to start our relationship with Israel. So 1992 is important. There are two important factors. First, I mentioned that is end of Cold War. Yes, Reshma, you asked me, so I just explain with in brief. End of Cold War. We lost our friend USSR. We were searching for new friend, and mostly we want a strong friend. So we started developing good relation with USA. Clear? When we started building a good relation with the USA is having good relation with the Israel. So that's why when we became friend of USA initiated that thing, and because of that reason, our relation with Israel also changed. And this is the second factor is important. That is Oslo Accord was basically a peace agreement between PLO and Israeli government, and that is related to peace. Yes, is that clear to all of you? Yes, the first phase, recognition without relation. Second phase, normalization of ties with Israel. And the third phase, that is 2004 to 2014. Here, the strong bilateral relationship developed between India and Israel. You know that this period was basically period of Mannuji. Yes, and here India built a strong relation. How? And in basically in defense field. We imported many things, defense equipment from Israel. So this phase is important from India-Israel relationship point of view, that is strong bilateral relation established. But one more thing is there. We kept Palestine issue aside. Clear? Means Means when we developed a bilateral relationship with Israel, we have agreement with 99% issue, but 1% is of Palestine. It is an example I'm giving you. Suppose India and Israel is having 100 issues. Out of 100, 99% or the 99% issues, India and Israel agreed with each other. The only 1% issue is having problem, and let's take example, Palestine is that issue. So which one is better? Not to have a relationship or keep that 1% out and build a relationship with rest 99? Yes, what do you think? Which one is a better option for you? Taking 1% into consideration and leaving 99% and do not develop a relation, or just sidetrack 1% and focused on rest 99%? Which one is better? If you know basic maths, then this is the most better option for us, because we are having 99% agreement with each other. Those who cannot understand this, I want to tell you with help of India and Pakistan. Those who cannot understand why was India against the relation with India is not against with the relation of Palestine. Wait. I want to explain with help of Indian example so that you will get to know that. India and Pakistan is having conflict over one issue, that is Kashmir. And because of that, for a long time, no progress. As you know that India shares border with Pakistan, and it is very better for both the countries if they are having trade relations. So now, as both of us are matured now, so now what is the situation? We kept Kashmir issue aside and focused on trade. Clear? Yes, Rudra, exactly. So our relation with the Pakistan is better. It's okay, but trade is important aspect of it. People to people contact is, but when there is a issue of Kashmir, it is a deadlock. So what India and Pakistan did, we just kept this issue separate, and we separated the other issues, and we discuss on these issues. We are separately going to discuss on that issue. It is the same thing with India-Israel relationship, as India still supporting the claim of claim of Palestine. But but because of that question only, we cannot negate Israel. Israel is one of the most important country in the world. Highly developed agriculture sector in Israel. So how can we miss this opportunity just for one ideological base? So what we did, whenever we want to take stand on Palestine, it is separate issue. Palestine is separate issue for us, and rest issues are separate. Clear? So because of that reason, India built a strong relationship between these periods, that we focuses on trade, agriculture, etc. And we separated Palestine issue. Clear? And we focus on this. Yes, that is the better option for us, and now you get it, I think so. And now another phase is started after 2014. Yes, after 2014, a new phase started, that is known as new era. And here personal contact with the head of the state is important in building a relationship with the Israel. Hug diplomacy is very famous. Yes. So this is a new era we started. So just remember there are four phases in India-Israel relationship. First phase till 92, recognition without relations. 92 to 2004, normalization of ties. And this phase is important. And this phase is currently going on between India-Israel relations. Clear? Is that clear to you? The four phases are clear to you? Yes, everyone? Ideology is important, but trade is also important. Now, areas of interest means we are talking about Indian point of view. In Indian point of view, areas of interest is basically defense and security. Second area of interest is agriculture, trade, and people-to-people contact. These are the four areas, or we can mention these are the four pillars over which Indian diplomatic relations with Israel based. Yes, everyone clear. I'm so fortunate that I got a student like you. And I'm not exaggerating things because all of you have no doubt at all. Clear. So these are the four pillars: defense and security, agriculture, trade, and people-to-people contact. So one by one, we are going to discuss it in detail. Mhm. Next thing, in the defense, India import defense technology from Israel. Around 41% of Israel export, Israel defense export to India means if Israel is producing 100 weapons, out of 100 they are giving 41 to India. So you can imagine why India is important for Israel. Clear? Why we are building so strong relation with them and why Israel is also interested, because the defense trade is the most profitable trade in the world and India is importing things from Israel. Do you know any example that this defense technology we purchased from Israel? Yes, do you have any example of defense technology purchased by India? Yes, everyone. Do you have any example of it? Why can't we just make our own defense? You're asking question to me, just like I am the Prime Minister. See, India is building their own structure, but still technologically we are not so sound. Why it is so? Number of reasons are present. The first thing that is we do not have that much resources. Second most important thing, that is India still in developing phase. We have to infuse the money in nation building, and the most important part of nation building is infrastructure project. Schools means education, health, Clear? So these are the sector where we have to focus. Clear? Yes, Asol, I agree with you. But if you don't have technology, then what to do? Don't you think so that it takes time? And if you compare the location or the size of Israel, it's too small as compared to the country like India. They do not have that much problem. They do not have linguistic problem. They do not have diversity. Clear? Okay, so that's the problem. India do not have that technology. India is building that. India is trying to do. But don't you think so? If you don't have that technology, purchasing is a better option rather than waiting for somebody to attack. Yes, so how many people are there? 8, 9, 10 people are there currently watching. I ask you something. That is, do you know any example of defense technology which India purchased? Any example of defense technology India purchased? Yes, everyone. Any example? Do you have any example of it? None of you? Really? Machine gun is not an example. I'm talking about defense technology, not an instrument. You are giving answer just like the school children or school students are giving to their teacher. Senseless. See, boys and girls, please, you're going to be future bureaucrat. You are to be a future of our country. So please, sir, you have a lag. I guess you are getting the chats too late. Maybe I'm getting the chat late. Yes, everyone. Any example? I ask you the example, and none of you are mentioning that example. I give you the example that radar system India purchased from Israel, and it's up to you which radar system, what and how, because this is there in current affairs. Which radar system we purchased from Israel. The next thing, in 2014, India signed three important agreements with Israel. The first, mutual legal assistance in criminal matters. Yes, the second, cooperation in homeland and public security. Means why it is so? To counter terrorism and other activities. Clear to you? Mutual legal assistance in criminal matters. This is the bilateral agreement between those two countries. Means if any criminal matter is there, they are going to assist each other. And third, protection of classified material. Surface to air missile. Okay, I want name. Yes, it's all I want name. Ashwini, I want name it, because everybody is having a name. When we mention the BrahMos, I never mention that it is a supersonic cruise missile. You know BrahMos very well rather than supersonic cruise missile. Clear? name is important and I am interested in that. So now you get it. Defense, India is having close ties with Israel. The next important sector is agriculture. We had a bilateral agreement on cooperation in agriculture, and you know that Israel is having most developed agriculture sector. It's okay. Most developed agriculture sector, and they are pioneer in irrigation, and the most important invention is drip irrigation. Clear? Earlier when I started the lecture, I mentioned Israel was known as land of milk and honey, and now Israel developed that thing. Now we can call Israel as a land of milk. So they are having surplus production of milk. They are self-sufficient. Along with that, their agriculture sector is also self-sufficient, and they are producing more than their requirement. Clear? So India signed bilateral agreement in cooperation in agriculture. The most important thing, the strategic partnership in water and agriculture. Why it is so? There are several aspects of it. For example, to stop desertification, then water management, etc. So there are various types of the sectors present, and India signed a strategic partnership. Clear, the word is partnership in water and agriculture. Next important thing, center of excellence in agriculture. There are 26 proposed centers. Out of that, 10 are already established. Center of excellence, and why it is so, to provide the information to the peasant, to make them aware with the new technologies, yes, and try to convince them to adopt this technology so that peasant or farmers can produce more with less resources. Clear? And one very famous center is in Haryana. Yes, the center of excellence, they are having 10 center, and one very famous, as I mentioned, it is in Haryana. Clear? Next, a drip irrigation is an important, as I mentioned, they are pioneer in that. I think one company is very famous, and some of you may heard somewhere, Netafim. Netafim is a very famous company in drip irrigation. It is an Israeli company, and this technology, with help of this technology, Israel achieved the growth, and now Indian farmers are adopting this technology. Earlier we used to believe in flood irrigation, then we use this Israeli technology of sprinkler irrigation, and now we are shifting towards drip irrigation. Clear? So in agriculture field, Israel is supporting India. Okay. Next, trade. As we mentioned, till 1992, no relation, but the trade after 1992 improved lot, and at present around 5 billion trade 5 billion trade between India and Israel, excluding defense. Means other than defense, we are having trade of $5 billion, and in that trade, diamond is the most important factor. Diamond is the most important commodity, and it is having more than half. Means, as I mentioned, if we are having trade with If 100 rupees trade is with Israel, so out of 100, 50 is for diamond and rest is for other. Clear? So in India-Israel relationship, in trade relationship, diamond is the most important thing. Around 50% I mentioned, 50% of trade is in diamond. Clear? One more important thing, that is Israel exported few products like, of course, diamond, metals, chemicals. In the chemicals, a very famous is potash. You know, agriculture industry required that. Potash is important for fertilizer. Yes, it is known as MOP. So this potash we imported from Israel. They are exporting machineries and transport equipments to India. And what about India? Yes. Yes, everyone. What do you think? As I mentioned, Israel exported diamond, metal, chemicals, especially potash, machineries, and transport equipments to India. And what do you think India exported which articles to India? Sorry, to Israel. Yes, any guess? Yes, Asol, what you mentioned. Light machine gun, gas operated. Okay. Food products. Don't you think so? Israel is self-sufficient in that matter. When we are talking about they are self-sufficient in agriculture, why they require Indian food? What about rest? Hmm. Guys and girls, what do you think? Which articles or products India exported to Israel? And I purposely didn't mention that because I just want to know from you. Textiles? Hmm. Go on, go on. James, plastic, cotton cloths. Tell me one thing, please, please do this favor for me. Tell me one thing. The strength of Indian export means India's strength in export. Which sector do you consider is India's strength while exporting things? Money. Are you serious? Are you serious? Do one thing. A very, what we can say, a humble advice or suggestion from a senior to you. Please go and read Indian economy so that you will get exact idea which are the products which considered as the India's strength. Of course, the most important thing is pharma industry. Indian pharma industry is our strength. Indian IT industry is our strength. Clear? These two sectors, how can you forget that? How can you forget that? Pharma sector, IT sector, the service sector is there. Clear? So these sectors are very much important. Yes, and rest, whatever you mention, the textile and all, this is not that much important. We are earning so much. India is a leader in generic medicine. So it is our strength. So of course, whenever you are not getting any point, just write it down. Pharma, IT, hospitality. Yes, that is service sector we are having. Along with that, India is also exporting diamond, pharma, IT, clear, etc. Oh, etc. Clear? Is that clear? As all, you haven't heard me very well. You haven't heard me very well. What I mentioned, India is a leading player in generic medicine, and Germany is designing and developing the finest medical instruments. If you want to know, then go and see any German made ECG machine, MRI machine, CT scan, all are basically made in German. Very best example, very famous company is what's the name of that company? Emerson. Get it now, everyone? As I mentioned, generic medicine. What is generic medicine and all? You will get to know. Just go and read. India is one of the leading player in that. Clear? Yes. So Indian export is related to diamond, pharma, even the metal, iron. Yes. Somebody mentioned. Oh, oh. Hmm. Somebody mentioned the iron industry, iron and steel, etc. Clear, everyone? Okay. The next thing, the next thing, people to people contact. This is also an important aspect in India-Israel relationship. How? Because India, as I mentioned, till 1992, we didn't establish relations. We didn't establish relations, but India is having, means till 1992, India is having people to people contact. And that's why when we started the lecture, I purposely asked this question: do you have any information? Do you really think so? Jews are citizen of India, or whether Jews lived in India and all? I purposely asked because of this reason, that till 1992 we didn't have a diplomatic relationship, but it doesn't mean India is hostile towards Jewish people. India always welcomed the Jews. We provided the hospitalities to them. Clear? And why it is so? Because Jews were staying in India for a long time. And when the Israel formed, these people, the Jewish people, they left their country, that is India, and they settled into their new country known as Israel. Clear? So there are around, just imagine the figure, there are around 85,000 Indian origin Jew present in Israel. Clear? Do you remember one boy with the specs when our Prime Minister visited Israel and he just pulled his ear? Do you remember that photograph? Yes, everyone. Do you remember that photograph of that person, that young boy? Yes, everyone. Have you, means, can you imagine that photo that our Prime Minister, means the current Prime Minister, is placed a visit to Israel? At that time, he met with a boy, a young boy. and that boy is having speck and all, and our prime minister just pulled his ear and all. Yes, that boy was the only survived person when there was attack of 26 by 11. Yes, his family placed visit to India, and this is the program. It is No India program. This is the program. This is the official program of India, and India wants Jewish people to visit their homeland. Yes, this is the program, and with help of this program, India asked the Jewish people to place visit to their homeland. Now, Israel is their new homeland, so that we will have a connection with each other. We can maintain that. And this boy came with his family for that reason. So Indian and Israeli Jews are having close connection for centuries. And yes, there are three, mainly three type of Jews present in Israel. They are known as Benne Jews, Baghdadi Jews, and Kochi Jews. So Cochin, of course, it is related to the Kerala. Means those Jews migrated from Kerala to Israel is known as Cochin Jews. Those who migrated from Maharashtra, Jews migrated from Maharashtra to Israel, known as Benne Jews, and Baghdadis, Baghdadi Jews. Yes, Baghdadi Jews. I purposely asked this question. Baghdadi Jews you mentioned from Baghdad. How it is possible? Whether Baghdad is a part of India or whether we are considering the United India till Baghdad. Don't you think so? Baghdad is too far from India. Yes, the Jews who migrated from Kolkata to Israel is known as Baghdadi Jews. So these are the three most important Jew migration from India to Israel when Israel became a nation state. Clear? Yes, is that clear? Yes, everyone. Is that clear to all of you? Any question, any query, anything, any doubt? Yes, any question, any doubt, anything? Or no doubt at all? Yes, if you have, you can ask. Yes, everyone. Any question, any doubt? Clear? No problem. Okay. So that's all for today's lecture. Thank you very much for your valuable time. Those who want to connect with me, those who want to know the information related to the lecture, when, where, and how, This is my Telegram channel at Unacademy underscore Harshv10. Yes. So if you are having any problem, doubt or anything, you can contact me here, or you have other social media platform through which you can contact with me. Yes. And if the word is if, it's not compulsory. If you like the videos, then please like it, share it and tell your friends to watch it. Along with that, if you really like this video or the way of my teaching, then you can dedicate whatever the hats you have. But the word is if and only if. It is not a compulsory thing. Yes. So that's all from my side. Tomorrow we are having lecture at 8 a.m. and it is related to world history. Which topic and what it is mentioned in this Telegram channel. Yes, once again, thank you very much, and that's all from my side for today.